Hello students, this is Poonam Rana, your biology teacher. Hope you all are well and are ready for your new session 2021-22. Okay, and I also hope that you all have your subject books. If you don't have, so please get them soon. Okay, here I am going to start the first chapter of biology, and the chapter name is transport of food and minerals in plants. Okay, so here we will discuss about the transport of food and minerals in plants. Okay, first of all we will understand that what is transport. So transport is the process in which movement of substances from one place to another place takes place. Okay, so here in transport process, movement of substances takes place from one place to another. Okay, and you all know that what kind of substances are transported in plant. In plants, mainly water, minerals, and food substances are transported to all plant parts. Okay. And how these substances are transported. So these all are transported to plant parts by their special kind of tissues. Okay, now absorption of water by plants. So how does absorption of water takes place in plants? So absorption of water in plant takes place by the roots. Okay, so first of all we will try to understand the structure of root. Okay, this is the plant, and here are the three types of root of a plant. The main root, that is called taproot, and the root arise from the main root are called secondary root. Okay, after that the root arise from secondary root are called tertiary root, and small hair like structure arises from tertiary roots are called root hair. Okay, so basically what happened, the water and minerals are absorbed from soil by the root hairs, and from the root hairs that water and minerals go to the inner part of root, and then from root there are special type of tissue, xylem and phloem tissues. So these tissues help to transport water, minerals from root to all the plant parts. Okay, so and now we will discuss the movement of molecules. So how does movement of molecules takes place in plant? So molecules means water, minerals, all these things. So movement of molecules is basically takes place in plant by these two processes, diffusion and osmosis. So what is diffusion? So first of all we will understand the definition of diffusion. So diffusion means the movement of molecules of solid, liquid and gases from a place of higher concentration to the place of lower concentration. So in this process the movement of solid, liquid and gas particles takes place from their higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, and now what is osmosis? Osmosis is the process in which movement of water from region of their higher concentration to the region of their lower concentration takes place through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, so in diffusion process movement of solid, liquid, gas or substances takes place, but in osmosis process only movement of water substances takes place through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay. Now we will understand that how many types of membranes are. So there are three types of membrane. Okay. First is permeable membrane, second semi-permeable membrane, third impermeable membrane. So what is permeable membrane? So permeable membranes are those membranes through which permeable membranes are those membranes through which all kind of substances can go. All kinds of substances go. Permeable membrane allow both solute and solvent molecule to pass through them. Solvent and solute both can pass through this type of membrane. This type of membranes, for example, cell wall and muslin cloth. Okay, so these two are the example of permeable membrane. Next are semi-permeable membrane. So what are semi-permeable membrane? These are the membranes through which only selectively particles can pass out through it. It doesn't allow all kind of particles. It allow only some selective particles to go through them. For example, egg membrane and parchment paper. Okay. Now is impermeable membrane. So these are the membrane which do not allow diffusion of both solute and solvent molecule through them. So this type of membrane don't allow the diffusion of any kind of substances through them. And example of this type of membrane is rubber cell. Okay. Now active transport. So what is active transport? So the movement of ions, minerals, salt from lower to higher concentration is called active transport. Okay. Now conduction of sap. So what is sap? Sap is the water that is absorbed by the root of a plant. Okay. So conduction of sap means upward movement of water by the roots to all the plant parts is called conduction of sap. Okay. Now next is forces help in rise of cell sap. So here are three types of forces which help in rise of cell sap. Okay. So these three forces are: first is capillary force, second is root pressure, third is transpiration pull. Okay. So these are the three types of force which help in rise of cell sap. So capillary force is basically what is? So xylem tissues function as a fine capillaries through which water rises up by capillary action. Okay, and root pressure, it is the pressure developed produced by the root and which help in the rise of cell sap. Transpiration pull. Transpiration means the loss of water from the leaves in the form of water vapor. So that loss of water also create a pull which help in the rise of cell sap. Okay. Now we will discuss the importance of water to plant. So what is the importance of water to plant? So there are so many importance, but here we will discuss some importance of water to plant. So water help in producing food. As you all know, water is required for photosynthesis process, which is the food making process in plants, and water also help to transport and control transport of substances. to all plant parts. So basically what happened, all things in plants are transported by the water. Okay, and water also help to cool the plant. Okay, and water also help to control opening and closing of stomata. There are the four terms which are basically related to the osmosis process. These are endosmosis, exosmosis, plasmolysis and deplasmolysis. So what is endoosmosis? Endoosmosis means inflow of water. Inflow of water, yeah, solvent molecule from an external dilute solution to cell, means the inflow of water from external source to the plant cell. So it is called endosmosis. And exosmosis means withdrawal of water from plant cell to external environment. Okay, next, plasmolysis. Plasmolysis means shrinkage of protoplasm of cell. Okay, and deplasmolysis means shelling of plasmolyzed cell. Okay, so this is these are the which are related to transport of transport in plants. Okay, in I hope you all understand this topic very clearly. Okay, in next class we will discuss about the transpiration process in plants. Okay, that's all for today class. Okay, thanks and have a good day.